Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to be doing this awesome Nativity Christmas ornament with you guys. First, let's go over what you'll need. So I have this double wooden ornament, a glass plate for my palette, a water cup, Liquid-X Basics acrylics, paint, white, red, yellow, blue, and black, which I forgot to put out, a small flat brush, a small angular brush, a small round brush, 2 detail brushes, although you only need 1, toothbrush, which I'll show you the awesome effect that it has later. Of course, you'll need a towel of some kind. All these products will be listed in the description box below. First, I mixed red with lots of white to make a light pink. I do add a little bit of blue and yellow to tone the pink down a bit and make it look more natural. Then I use some painter's tape to make a perfectly flat horizon line. I add the pink in a small line right above the horizon. I am using an angular brush for this part. Next, I mix a little bit of blue with my pink, leaving some of the pink still to help blend those 2 colors out nicely. You will want to move quickly for the blending because these paints will dry very quickly on this wood. Next, I add even more blue to the purple, again leaving a little bit of the purple left to play with. I blend these out nicely into the sky. Of course, this video is sped up, so feel free to pause, go back, or slow the playback speed at any time. You'll find the playback speed button in the settings bar, either on the right hand side on the top or bottom corner, depending on what you're watching this video on. And then add an even darker blue at the top. Now I start to mix the dark blue foreground. I wanted it to be dark, but not too dark. It will look like an ocean at first, but once you get the nativity scene in it, it will look more like ground than sea. I uncovered the tape and got to work covering the ground. I added just a little bit of the foreground color to the top of the sky with a dry brush. Now I mixed some of the lighter and darker blue together for the bottom of the second wood piece. I did a quick gradient to a dark blue on the majority of this piece. I start to mix a very light yellow. The yellow was not quite light enough, so I added more white to the palette over to the side and added just a bit of that yellow mixture into the new white and got the perfect light yellow color. Now I don't even use this right now and take my detail brush right into the black paint. I used water to help the brush slide nicely to create the stable. All I do to make the stable was paint 2 vertical lines and a jagged kind of line for the top and leave it open. I do wish I would have made my stable a little bigger, so if you would like, feel free to make it however you want. Now I take my flat brush, but later decide I should have been using a round brush, and I get a lot of water and mix a little bit of the light yellow with it so it can be super see-through onto the painting. I make the stable glow by painting lines from where I think the manger will be. Then I go back in and darken the stable. Alright, now it's time for the nativity scene. Using my detail brush and the light yellow, I just do a little squiggly line and add some feet, add a Mary kneeling by the manger, but not very detailed. I start with a roundish head but made her robe flare downwards towards the back. Then I added Joseph standing on the other side with a robe as well. I did add a shepherd's staff. Then I added the baby Jesus in white. Lastly, I added some light rays coming from baby Jesus by using a lot of water with white. Did straight lines coming from the manger over everything around. These required a few different coats, so I did a few different coats on them so they wouldn't be transparent. Do however many coats you think you would need. I did 3. Now for the stars. Here is where the toothbrush comes in. I dipped the toothbrush in the water and put the light yellow color on it, then scrape off the extra excess on the palette. Then I use my finger to flick the paint onto the wood painting. Now for the big star. I used my flat brush and made sure it had a very flat edge, then dipped only the edge in white. I did a long vertical line, only tapping the brush. I did the same thing for the horizontal shorter line and the smallest diagonal lines. Finally, I took my detail brush and made the lines a bit thicker. On the right hand side, it got a little out of hand. So after I finished making all the lines thicker, I remade the dark blue color of the background. Using the flat brush with the fine edge, I reshaped the star exactly how I wanted it. Now, just to put the ties back on the wood pieces and you're all set. Thank you so much for doing this painting with me. I really hoped you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you can see all of my latest videos. See you next time. Thank you.